Caio, I want to sing higher. Caio, I want to sing lower. How can I increase my vocal range? Don't worry, today we're going to do exercises to increase your vocal range in both low and high. But before we go, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications for the next videos and leave a like on the video so you don't forget to leave it later. So let's go. The first thing we need to understand is that our larynx has several muscles, and some of them have the function of adjusting how stretched the vocal folds will be. In vocal anthropophysiology, we call these muscles adductors. To increase our range, we need to work these muscles so that they can adjust the vocal folds, but we also need to make the folds themselves agile, so that they can respond to them. It is important to say that our voice is much less limited than we tend to think. If you simulate your muscles correctly, and for long enough, you'll be amazed at the results. You can make notes much lower and higher than you usually do. But look, the limits for the lower notes are more complicated. That's because in the high pitch, as it's about stretching the vocal folds, physiology takes care of it. We pull with one muscle when it doesn't work anymore. We stretch with another, and we manage to expand the limits a lot. Regarding the low pitch, things are more complicated. The ability to shorten the vocal folds also depends on their size, and in this regard, we are limited to the size of the larynx, especially the cartilages, of each person. But look, even so, with proper training, the muscles responsible for the low notes get stronger, and you can certainly increase your vocal range a lot. Let's go then, let's start with high. The first exercise we're going to do is a negative interval lip roll. Both men and women can start in the same region. Let's start on the highest note, really soft, and then go down, keeping the softness, like this. Keep it soft. Okay, now we're going to increase muscle tension in the vocal folds. I know you want to reach higher notes, but not just softly, right? You must have noticed that here I don't usually talk about registers, chest, head. I like to think about how the muscles are working from the inside. So look, on this first note, the vocal fold has less muscle tension, so we say it is passive. There are people who call this sound a head voice, falsetto. It's alright. You can name it however you want, as long as you understand what you're doing. And on this second note, hey! I'm increasing the muscle contraction of the vocal fold, and then we say that the vocal fold is active. You can call it however you want as well. The problem with names in vocal technique is that the same name can have different meanings for different people. There are those who say that the sound is firm and projected, so it is belting. But there are also those who say that the muscle action is balanced, so it will be a mixed voice. But look, there are also those who will say that the resonance is higher than is a head voice. Within vocal anthropophysiology, we call this type of adjustment worn voice. So that's how you see me call it in the vocal analysis I do. But the names don't matter. What's important to me is that you understand what's going on inside. We are activating the vocal folds. Knowing this, you can name it however makes sense to you. Let's then soften the high one, activate the vocal folds in the lower one. Hey! 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 Wonderful. Let's now work with 2 exercises for low pitch. The first is one of the most famous exercises in vocal technique, the vocal fry. It is crucial for working low notes because it has an important contraction of the TAs and lateral cricoid muscles, which are both quite important in shortening the vocal folds. Oh, one detail, the fry is like this. Notes are not supposed to appear in the sound. If you loosen it up a little, and a note starts to appear, it's no longer fry. It's become something else, a kind of distortion. But that's a topic for another video. So let's go back. Let's do 10 seconds of fry. Great, another one. Okay, great. Now on the second exercise, let's play imitating a tenor. 6 pace, lower the larynx and firm up the voice. Once again, men and women can do it in the same region. Woman, if it gets too low at any point, you can stop the exercise. And look, who needs to stop before? Alright, but try to go a little more each time, okay? So, come on. We use ba. Ba 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 ba. Wonderful! We managed to exercise both regions a lot. Now put it into practice. Select songs that require low and high ranges and add them to your training repertoire. It is important that this training is not done only once in a while. Ideally, you do range training 1 to 2 times a week. You can even try to do it even lower and higher than what we did here in this video, when that's possible, naturally. And of course, always be singing songs that challenge you in that sense. Tell me, which songs do you use to train your range? And which of these exercises did you find the hardest? If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to book vocal technique lessons, message me on Instagram. See you in the next video. And remember, if your concepts cannot be seen in the real world, they must change, not the world.